thought I might do another of my Woody Guthrie songs. You know, when I was about 15, I discovered Woody Guthrie, and nothing would do me until I discovered who he was and where he was, because the world was a much bigger place in those days. And I sent him a letter to Woody Guthrie, USA, in the hope that maybe he was really well known. I mean, I didn't know. Came back. And came back actually with the next song is after this is okay. But I had met Pete Seeger, and Pete Seeger told me he was in hospital in New Jersey with he'd inherited this awful disease, Huntington's disease, from his mother, and he had no longer any control over his limbs, and so I started to write to him in the hospital, and he, of course, wasn't able to write back. But the people who looked after him at weekends, who were called Bob and Sid Sull Gleason, would write to me and tell me what Woody was saying and thinking and whatever, because he was still quite compos mentis at the time. And in fact, myself and Rambling Jack Elliott used to make tapes for Woody and send them to him, and apparently he sang along with them. So I can actually say, Woody and me sang together. But this is a song that he really liked. I think it's not a song that he wrote, but it's a kind of frontier ballad that he must have learned when he was quite young, and it's called "The Ranger's Command." I have to find the right harmonica for this, but should be able to do that. Maybe you just indulge me a moment while I kind of blow the. Oh yeah, okay, it's not that. No, it's not right. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's the A. Oh, it's that one there. It's ridiculous. You know, I mean, apart from being different keys, they're all different tunings as well. So you can be in the middle of a great solo and suddenly the note is a semitone sharp. Well, shut up, Andy. Come all of you cowboys all over this land, I'll teach you the law of the ranger's command, to hold a 6-shooter and never as long as there's bullets in both of your guns. I met a me would she go. She said she'd go with me to the cold roundup and drink that hard liquor from a cold bitter cup. We started for the canyon in the fall of the year, expecting to get there with a herd of fat steer. But the outlaws broke on us in the dead hours of night. She rose from her warm bed, a battle to fight. 'Neath the lightning and thunder and the downpouring rain, she rose from her warm bed, a battle to gain. She rose from her warm bed with a gun in each hand. Says, come all of you cowboys and fight for your land. Come all of you cowboys and don't ever run, as long as there's bullets in both of your guns. A long time ago in the county Mayo, me story it first began, before this country was finally cured by the first economical plan. A brave young man had to leave his home and sail far over the sea, but he got well paid in the job and he stayed on the shores of Americay. He got on very well, but he sent nothing home, and his mother began to think that maybe he'd run away with a blonde or was spending his money on drink. She wrote him a letter inquiring the news and sent it straight away, and upon the cover she carefully wrote, to me son in Americay. Well, the postman collected the letter she wrote, and he drove in his van to Cork, where he placed it upon a liner in Cove that landed in New York. And there, with the whiskey and everything else, the mailbags lay on the quay, and among the rest was a letter addressed to me son in Americay. Well, American postmen, I needn't relate, they are rather like me and you. And when at last to this message they came, they didn't know what to do. do. They looked up all the official lists, but these had nothing to say. There was no directory could help them to find a son in Americay. And it lay round the office for years and years, and it gave all the boys a laugh, until at length it found some use in training of the staff. To every new postman who came on the job, it was shown as example A. Oh, insufficiently addressed to me son in Americay. Well, the son, he got older and wiser too, and at last to himself he said, oh, how are things going with me mother at home, or is she alive or dead? He walked round the block to the GPO, where he stood with his cap in his hand. By any chance there'd be a letter for me from me mother in Ireland? Oh, yes, kind sir, and here it is, we've been waiting for you to call. We knew someone someday would come from Cork or Donegal, from the 200 million that's living now in the whole of the USA. For a mother in Ireland, at last we have found a son in Americay. Whoa! I love that response. Yes, yes. Something good happened for once. Well, here's, I'm not sure whether the mid-break alcohol might have loosened your tongues at all, but this song has many's a chorus, and I think it's quite singable. It's called Here's a Health to Every Miner Lad, and there's another song about mining, but I was employed a couple of years ago to sing at a concert for the Irish Mining History Organisation. And I had a good few mining songs, but I needed a couple more, and I wrote this one, which is an indication really of the fact that mining does have quite a stronger history in Ireland than most people would think. And yeah, it goes like this. You'll pick up the chorus very quickly, won't you? As I roved out one morning in the spring, I spied a pretty fair maid, these words I heard her sing. The miner lives a hard life, never knowing what's in store. May Providence protect him and keep hardship from his door. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. That's the chorus. She sang about the union men who fought for better pay, to escape the poverty that dogged them night and day. And then a verse she did disperse of men from air and isle, how they had travelled round this world for many's a weary mile. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. sang of some from Cushendun and some from Carricktown, and more who strayed from Bantry Bay, that place of great renown. She said they were the finest that ever you could behold, for they could turn the hardest rock to silver or fine gold. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. She told how many years ago they worked out in West Cork, and when the copper seam ran out they sailed for old New York. And out in Pennsylvania they dug the anthracite, and they joined the Molly Maguires for to fight for what was right. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. And next in Butte, Montana, they wore the wooden shoe, for they joined that mighty union called the IWW. But standing up for miners' rights, it cost them all their jobs, and they couldn't send Frank Little from that vigilante mob. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. She sang a stave about the brave coal miners from South Wales, how they were paid short measure on the crooked weighing scales. She told about Knight Bevan in 1945. He set up the National Coal Board and stood by the miners' side. Fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. And finally the miners' strike of 1984, and tears ran down her hollow cheeks and she could sing no more. That ruthless Iron lady in her song she featured not, may her name be never mentioned, but her deeds be ne'er forgot. So fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. Fill your glasses up, let the toast go merrily round. Here's a health to every miner lad that works down underground. Well, I wrote this song for about James Larkin. Yes, a hero of mine, and I wanted to have it ready for the centenary of the 1913 lockout in Dublin, but things got in the way, and it was so it's 6 years later that I finished it. And but anyway, here it is now. Again, has a nice chorus. I didn't hear too much involvement in the last one. Big Jim, to hear him. It has okay, the timing is a bit odd, but I doubt you'll dare. I dare you to dare. The slum jungles of Dublin town, for disease and death they were a breeding ground, and the odds were stacked against you and me to live through childhood in such poverty. One large family, one small room, no money, no work, and starvation loomed. I was doing a bit of thieving and dodging the cops when I heard Big Jim down on the docks, he says, the only thing to fear is fear itself. We need better housing, we must get better health. And if culture's big for the wealthy few, then it's good for us, we'll have some of that too. Oh, out of the night came this warrior bold, pursuing a vision only he could behold. He says, get off your knees and join in the fight, and now I'm one of your horrible Larkinites. Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we lived in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin. William Martin Murphy, he was the man. He owned the Independent and he owned all the trams. He says, if yous all want to hang on to your jobs, you better throw away that red hand badge, by God. 'Cause I won't employ anyone after today who's in his union, you hear what I say. And if he thinks he can dictate terms, he's got another thing coming and a lesson to learn. But have no fear, Big Jim said, we're changing society full speed ahead. For it's our hard work they're dependent upon. If we fold our arms, no work gets done. And never forget that you have no friends in the magistrates and the policemen. When the DMP, they come out to play, well, we saw what happened on Bloody Sunday. Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we lived in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin. It was Horse Show Week, the event of the year. All of Dublin society had to be there. But at 10:15 the boys got the nod, and they ditched their trams and they walked off the job. But Murphy says without a shadow of a doubt, we'll smash your union, we'll lock you all out. For we are your masters, and if we see fit, we can starve you to death and then you'll soon submit. Oh, 25,000 of us laid off. We stood by Larkin though times were tough. And our union friends in Britain over there, they sent food and money on the big ship here. Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we lived in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin. Well, the summer passed and the autumn went. The weather turned cold, all our money spent. Larkin crossed the sea and his language was rough. He says, thanks for your help, but it's just not enough. What we need from you's an economic blockade. If you just down tools, history'd be made. But to settle with the masters was their intent. The revolution here was the message they sent. Wasn't the worker from the rank and file, but their union bosses scared of Larkin's style. When he says what we need is all shipping blacked, they said, oh no, well we couldn't do that. Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we lived in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin. Defeated we were, but as the years rolled by, and in the new year of 1914, defeated we were, the end of a dream. We drifted back to work, and the terms we got, they were worse than before, God pity our lot. And as for me, I never found that job. I joined the lost invisible mob, and many of us found work overseas, but I joined the army and the Somme claimed me. Oh, Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we lived in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin. Defeated we were, but as the years rolled by, never again did the bosses try to smash Jem Larkin's union true, the IT and GWU. Oh, James Larkin, you warrior bold, you died in Dublin many years ago, and it was like old times we fell under your spell when we all turned out to bid you farewell. Big Jim, to hear him, he believed he was born to win a better world than we live in, and there never was a man like Big Jim Larkin.